up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another quick reaction for you guys. Now, in this particular video clip, this woman is asking what's the appeal of marriage. So I want to go ahead and play what she had to say, and I definitely want to get your thoughts on it. What do you think about marriage? Do you think that marriage is something people should be doing in 2025? And do you see the appeal of marriage? And I'm speaking to women and men. I want to get your thoughts on it. So make sure you chime in the comments below. I'm going to give my 2 cents. If you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Also share and like the video and hit that notification bell. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
I have been here for 32 years and I still don't understand the appeal of marriage. I've asked countless people. I've asked married people. I've asked divorced people. I've asked single people. All of my life, literally all my life, because I've just been trying to figure out, why do people get married? My parents have been married for over 30 years. I see the pros and the cons with that, but like, why the fuck do women want to get married? Like, why men want to get married makes so much sense, right? You know what I mean? You're getting a lot in that package deal. But why the hell do women want to get married? In a day and age where you can buy everything yourself. You can get a house, you can get a car, you can get a job, a bank account, you can vote.
You know, she's right. We can all do those things, women and men. You can buy things for yourself. You can get a job. Like she said, they big on these bank accounts. You can get a bank account. You can pretty much take care of yourself. But what about love? What about companionship? What about, you know, stability? What about family and the family structure or dynamic? What about having a life mate? Companionship, having somebody that loves you and wants to do life with you. See, my thing is this. I think a lot of these modern women have convinced themselves that it's just better to be by themselves because they can take care of themselves and they can pay their own bills, and why do they need a man? And I think that they're stuck on this idea that a man is only good for providing things for you. A man is only good for paying your bills. He's only good in a financial aspect. But you got to ask yourself this: even if modern women don't want to get married, they still want a man. So ask this question. A lot of women don't want to get married, but they still want a man. They still want a man to pay their bills. They still want a man to be the structure in their life. You still are looking for men to take on your financial responsibilities. So the better question is, if women don't want to get married, you know, and everybody has their own opinion, and I respect that. But if women don't see the appeal of marriage, why do they see the appeal of a man to have to come in and take care of them and pay their bills, even when they're responsible and able to do it themselves? That's the better question. If women don't want to be married, meaning you don't want stability from a man, you don't want companionship, you don't want a family structure, because getting married is completing the family structure, in my opinion, where you have a husband, you have a wife, and you create a family. The children, that is what a complete family is comprised of. You don't want a stable man in your life. Is it that women are so hooked in this culture of just going out and being able to take care of yourself, but you still want some type of companionship? So you want a man on the side, or several different men on the side, to just play around with. They can just screw you and y'all screw each other and y'all spend time together here and there, but he's not really for you. Is this the type of culture that we're in, where women don't want to get married, but they still want to whore themselves out for different men for companionship when they want it? Make it make sense. And it's interesting how she kind of glossed over the fact that her parents were married for 30 years and she saw the pros and cons in that, but she kind of glossed over it and she minimized it as if it was nothing, but she saw the pros and cons of it. So like any relationship and any situation, just life in general, you're going to have pros and cons. That's just what it is. You can't escape it. So I'm just wondering, what is it that women really want? Do they want to live the single life, thinking that hookup culture is where it's at? And we see that it's not working for a lot of these women, because they're still confused and angry and bitter about men not wanting to take them seriously. But then on the flip side, you don't want commitment. You don't want stability from a man who actually cares about you and actually loves you and actually wants to be with you, where you guys can live life together and not separate. It's just confusing to me what women want out here. And I think it's even more confusing to men, because men realize that a lot of these women are confused. And a lot of times they say things like this because it's not something that they think they will ever get or have. That's just my thoughts on it. But let's continue.
Unless there's kids in the picture, I just don't see the appeal to like say, yeah, let me tie myself legally to this person who could not only ruin my finances, he could also ruin my health. Yeah, I just, hey, okay. Why are we still doing that? Like, help me.
Yeah, a lot of people are just confused, in my opinion. And I will say this, listen, marriage is not for everybody. Everybody don't have to get married. If that's your choice and you're happy with your choice, kudos to you. I'm not saying that it's for everyone, but listen, if it's your choice and you don't want to get married and that's just how you are, kudos to you. I respect your choice. But there are a lot of us who believe in the sanctity of marriage. People who believe that a commitment between a woman and a man and creating a family and, having family structure, having a stable, committed household and family to raise kids in. I think that marriage is important. It is important to a lot of people. And I think sometimes people don't get it because they're not in a position to have it. Nobody's ever asked you to marry them. You don't see any prospects. And so, yeah, of course, people will start to think, what's the importance of it? Because you don't have that option. Nobody has given you the option to, or asked you. I'm just saying, in most cases, not her in particular, but in most cases, a lot of women have never been proposed to, never been married, never had anybody ask them to marry them, never had anybody who actually took them seriously. Because remember, we're living in a culture where majority of women have only been in situationships. They've never been in real serious relationships. They've never really had a man to take them seriously and really want to be with them long term. And so you wouldn't understand it. You know what I mean? But for those of us who are married and understand the importance of it and understand the family structure and the family dynamic, it is definitely important to have companionship. It's not just about the finances. It's not just about money. And when it comes to a man ruining your life and your finances, it's interesting how women are always the ones speaking on that, but the men are the ones who are always losing in these situations. How many times we see women walk away with the man's money? She's trying to take his pension. She's trying to take everything she can from him. In the end, it's usually the women who stand to gain more than the men. So I don't understand how these women come up with this idea that, they're going to lose everything. Usually it's the men losing the majority of their assets. So if anybody should be concerned about marriage, it would be the men. But in my opinion, I think a lot of women speak this way because they don't have that opportunity. A lot of women that I've known who said they never wanted to get married, they didn't really want to do that. It's a bunch of BS. They never had a man to propose to them. At some point, they come around and when they're dating a certain guy, they all of a sudden now they want commitment and now they want him to marry them. But you never wanted marriage, but all of a sudden you're with this guy and now you want marriage. See, I think when you're not in a position of where somebody wants to marry you, you can speak this way because a lot of women are lying to themselves. If they had a guy who really was into them, somebody that they liked, and he wanted to marry them, they would definitely say yes. So listen, I just want to know your thoughts on this. What do you think about marriage in 2025? Do you see the appeal in it? I know a lot of men don't, but for the women watching, what do you think about marriage? Do you see the appeal in marrying somebody that loves you and cares about you and building a life with them? Do you see the appeal in that, or you think it's just a lost art? Let me know in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.